Hey, my name is Serge. I buy and test board games so that you don't have to waste your time and money. Today we'll take a closer look at Living Forest. Normally, a game in my review can get one of the three ratings. The red one means that I do not recommend this game because there are better ones. For those games that I do recommend, there are two colors. AQUA means that I recommend it for geeks and you would have to dedicate some time to learn it, and green means that you can play it with anyone. So the Living Forest game gets red rating from me, which means that I don't recommend it. It's not necessarily that it is bad. If I had to give it a number, it's like a solid 8. So if you have unlimited budget and shelf space, yes, go for it. There are a lot of good things in this game. But the community that I serve is a budget, shelf space, and time conscious. So for you, my friends, I'm saying no, save your money, look somewhere else. Let me give you more details on why I give the red ratings for this game. The beginning of this journey was very promising. When I read through the rulebook, I was very impressed. First off, the language is very simple, and with such nice illustrations, it's very easy to understand the rules. Secondly, I really liked the new mechanics that this game introduces. I was very excited and I wanted to try this game with my family as soon as possible. You know that I'm very picky and I always look for games that are the best of the best. When we went for a walk with my wife, I told her, I think this is it. I think we found this next great game. However, the actual play proved me wrong. At first, when I read through the rulebook, I was very pleased that there are 3 ways to win this game. You can collect 12 trees, or 12 fires, or 12 flowers. I really like that 12 is the number for all 3. It was given this look for the game that it is very well balanced and each of those strategies is equally as good. Unlike the old board games that normally were providing only one way to win it, let's say in Monopoly you had to financially crush your opponents and to steal all the money from them. The new board games, and I would say the good new board games, normally provide you with multiple options on how you can win this game. However, to be successful with such a game, you have to follow certain rules. Rule number 1. At the beginning of the game, even if you have your preferred strategy, you need to be able to start building your engine that would be equally good for multiple strategies. Rule number 2. Multiple people should be able to successfully compete within the same strategy. Rule number 3. At any point of time, well, almost at any point of time, you should be able to switch your strategy and you should still have a chance to win the game with this alternative strategy. And rule number 4. Until the very last moment of the game, majority of players need to have chance to win. The combination of those rules is called balance. Great games are balanced, which means that until the very last moment there is tension. Many players have equal chances to win the game, and no matter if you win the game or you lose the game, you are rewarded. It is a pleasurable experience. If you won the game, yes, you outsmarted your opponents, but if you lost, you know that you were so close to the winning. Unfortunately, Living Forest is not balanced. In this game, it is actually a good idea to pick a strategy from the very beginning. Let's say in our example, green picks the tree strategy, red fire, and blue flowers. And it turns out that black also picks fire. What we have in this situation is that 2 players are competing for the same strategy. In this game, it makes both of them weaker, which means that the other 2 players now have more chance for success. While these 2 players are struggling within this strategy, this advance quicker. Now, let's say black sees that it's pointless to fight here, there is no chance. They switch to a different strategy. Unfortunately, in this scenario, it's too late for them because the green is too far ahead, so black has no chance. And the red one, because black was stealing their resources, now the red one is also behind. So ultimately, in this scenario, the battle becomes between green and blue. And I'm greatly oversimplifying this illustration, but the point still remains. In this game, you pick your lane and you just follow that through. If there are 3 players, then you have 3 separate games. Everyone does their own thing, and it's who finishes first. But if you have 4 players, then it becomes, are you lucky enough to be the only player in that lane, or unlucky and you have someone else competing for the same prize? And I do like that the game is providing an alternative catch-up mechanic with this circle of spirits, but even this one is not enough. And again, I'm greatly oversimplifying, but it will come down to people playing 3 separate games. Often you will have 1 or 2 clear winners and 1 or 2 clear losers. The gap will be so big that it takes all the fun out of the game. If you lose, then the half of the game will not be fun for you, and if you win, the satisfaction from this win is not as great as when you have this tension till the very last moment and you don't know if you are winning or losing. And if you do have unlimited budget, shelf space, and time, this could be a good idea to try this game. First off, it probably has the most beautiful design that I have ever played. Very nice cards, very pleasurable tactile experience, very high quality components. I think you can easily play 5 or maybe even 10 times until you unlock this most optimal path to the victory. However, once you do so, I think this game will just sit on your shelf and will collect dust. And this is my second issue with the Living Forest. Even though on the box it says 10 plus years old and the design is deceptively simple, suggesting that this game is very approachable and anyone can play it, I would say this is not true. You do need to play multiple times to, let's say, unlock the code. And in my books, this is not a casual game. I would not put a green rating for this game if I would recommend it. So here we are, Living Forest. Very attractive design. Very smart and promising mechanics. Unfortunately, the game is not balanced. So for that reason, it gets the red rating from me and is leaving my collection. Hey, if you are still watching, thank you so much. Are there any of you who play this game for over 10 times? Please share your experiences. Do you plan to keep this game forever? Are there any other games with multiple strategies that you recommend? Let's discuss. Thanks again, see you next time.